Okay, good evening. Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me? Oh, give me 1 minute. Okay, very sorry. There was a delay. Uh, okay, now can you hear me? Everything okay now? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, please open your practical book. In your practical book, I think more than uh, 20 practicals, but I have selected most important few practicals we discussed in kinetic chemistry practicals we discussed in the within the lesson. The practical, how I'll explain it. Give me a second. ISFT practical guide available in IE website. Yes, available, but only Sinhala medium. Don't have English medium. You can download Sinhala medium. Okay, it's a our practical guide. Okay, it has more than 20 practicals, but I'm not going to explain all. I only single medium one. If you want, I will send. Yeah, difficult to find because yeah, I will send. Uh, yeah, more than 20 practicals. Among that, we only discussing about important practicals, mainly physics practicals. Chemistry, all practicals we did within the lesson. Uh, as example in uh, thermal chemistry and kinetic chemistry. Kinetic chemistry factors affect to rate of chemical reaction, temperature, how we the experiment, how we express the temperature effect and the concentration effect, uh, and how it is the catalyst effect and the surface area effect. Everything we discussed within the lesson. Therefore, we have only discussed the physics practicals. Okay, today we starting from the vernier caliper. The vernier caliper, then micrometer screw gauge. These all practicals. The vernier measurement practicals we did it within the lesson. But I will explain again because it's clear now. I'll explain again for better understand with experiments. And this moment of force practical is very important. Moment of force practical and heat practicals. Heat practicals very important. But you can see if you go to 2025, not 25, 2015, 2015 A-level exam paper, 2015 exam paper, and 16, 17, 18, every papers structured essay part mainly coming from these practicals. You can see there is past papers. Okay, it is 2015 past paper. Please check. If you go to structured essay part, Okay, see, this is biology one. It is simple biology part. From second question, see, from second question. Second question. This is from second question. You can second question fully came from the practical. That's a full practical we discussed. Okay, this practical we can discuss in this session. Not today. Next Wednesday we discussing. Today we discussing basic parts of the practicals. Then if final part heat practicals we discussed next Wednesday. Heat practicals very important. And this, see, this is a full practical. All practical, the all full question came from the practical. See this fourth one, that's a heat practical that we called as the express the. This is a practical. I will show you now. Guide. This is a parallelogram theorem. The parallelogram theorem also exam structured question. I will show you. Parallelogram theorem. That is moment of force practicals. Moment of force practicals. Okay, this is a practical. Determine the specific latent heat at vaporization. Determine the specific latent heat at vaporization. This is a practical. This is exam question. You can see. Same structure. But in exam question, they have given only one part of the structure, practical structure, only one part. They ask in the questions, they ask what are the remaining parts of the experiment. Okay, you can try after we discuss these practicals. You can try these all questions. Try these questions. Okay, if you go to 2016, it is 2015. If you go to 2016 paper, if you go to 2016 paper, I think you all have these papers. You can go with this link, or you can go with the website link. Okay, if you go to website, you can find a special button as past papers. By clicking this, you can go to the papers, all papers and mark scheme. But the thing is, some mark schemes only available in Sinhala medium. I have uploaded Sinhala one. Then you can try with this. Okay, this practical. This is this 2016 question number 1. Question number 1 bio part. Question number 2. Question 2. Question number 2. That's an experiment. Practical. Okay, but this is small practical. Without practical knowledge, you can do only by theory knowledge. You can combine this question with this question. But if you go to third one, if you go to fourth one, third one also practical, that we discussing in the final day. Okay, that's the practical determine the accuracy of the Ohm's law. Ohm's law still we not discussed, that we discussed in electricity lesson. That's a practical graph. Okay, this is a special practical. That's Young's module practical. That's this question based on the Young's module. Okay, you can see different graphs, gradient, intercept. Okay, they are asking gradients, intercept, and different graphs. These parts we not going to discuss in the lesson. That's the point. Okay, that's not given this This part that's not explained in our syllabus. It is explained in our practical guide. It is a separate book we have as a practical. Then every graph and these experiments given in the this practical book. Okay, in exam questions you can see directly coming these questions from the practical guide. Okay, if you go to 2017, 2017, 2017. This is a bio question and simple experiment. This is not a practical actually. They are theory-based experiment. Theory-based experiment. Okay, if you know the lesson, you can adapt this. You can combine the theory with this experiment, and you can answer. Okay, this type simple experiment. But this physics experiment, this is a parallelogram theorem. This is a parallelogram theorem. Full structured essay questions came from parallelogram theorem. In our practice, if you go to our practical guide, in the practical guide we discussing parallelogram theorem, fully parallelogram theorem. Then this one, this is the parallelogram theorem. Okay, if you go to this, you can answer for the exam question. Okay, this is parallelogram theorem. Then you can find every exam paper, there is one small experiment, theory-based experiment, and full practical question come. Okay, if you want, you can check other past papers as well. 2019, 20, 21, everyone you can compare and check which practical is asked. Which practical is asked. Okay, if you go to, if you want, you can go 2000. This is 2017, no? 2018. You can compare which practical asked in each. You can compare, if you want, you can compare the order. 2018. You see what's the practical. Bio part. And second one is the experiment question. Experiment question. This is a physics question. Okay, this is the specific latent heat, practical, full practical, specific latent heat at fusion or melting. We have specific latent heat. We in the lesson we discussing for two types: the specific latent heat at melting and specific latent heat at vaporization. The 2016 question was specific latent heat at vaporization. 2018 question to specific latent heat at fusion or melting. Fusion or melting. See, in our practical, we discussing the specific latent heat at fusion or melting. Specific latent heat see, determine the specific latent heat at fusion. Fusion mean the melting. Okay, that's why I think now you can get idea. This today we discussing parts directly asked in the exam. It's as a full exam question. Okay, therefore more than lessons today our discussions very important. Therefore don't miss any part. Try to get maximum attention for these parts because they are directly coming in exam. Okay, not the small part, full practical coming as a questions. Okay, therefore try to get full idea in each practicals. If you have any doubt, please ask. Okay, go to the practical number 1. Practical number 1, very important, very easy measurement. Okay, practical number 1, usage of vernier calipers. Usage of vernier caliper and I will show you. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry, very sorry. There was a error with this software. That's the problem. Okay, now okay. Now can you hear me? Yes, everything okay. Okay, this is a vernier caliper. This is a vernier caliper. I think you know every parts of this caliper. Parts of this caliper. Okay, tell me what are the names of this? What's the name of these two jaws? Yeah, you can answer first. Just only parts. I'm asking. Hurry. Now 10. Quickly, we need to finish this small parts. They are easy parts. Okay. They are internal jaws. Okay, if you any thing to remember, you can note down or you can refresh again. Okay, they are internal jaws. We can get the internal diameter. Internal diameter of any object. Internal diameter. This type of object, the internal diameter we can get. We can place the object between these jaws and we can get the internal diameter. Internal diameter. What are the names of these two jaws? The below two jaws, the name? Yeah, everyone, please answer. Timir, I'm asking the below two jaws. These two. External jaws. External jaws. We can get the external diameter. External diameter of any object by these external jaws. External jaws. The next thing, what is this part? This part? What's the name of this part? It is not the sliding wheel, Amma. The sliding wheel is there. The sliding, this is the sliding wheel. It is actually not given the sliding wheel. The slide, by rotating the sliding wheel, we can move this sliding jaw. The moving parts, all moving parts on the vernier caliper, we called as the sliding jaw. The all moving parts. All moving parts. Like this. They are the moving parts on the vernier caliper. They are the moving parts. Moving parts. These parts we call as sliding jaw. Commonly, all parts moving on the vernier caliper that we called as sliding jaw. Sliding jaw. Sliding jaw. Then the not moving parts, stable part we called as fixed part, fixed jaw. That we called as fixed jaw. Sliding jaw and fixed jaw. Sliding jaw parts and fixed jaw parts. Fixed jaw parts. Okay, now what is the name of this? This nut? This nut? Very good. The locking screw, very good. This is the locking screw. This is the sliding wheel. This is a sliding wheel. The red color one is a sliding wheel. It is not given in the this structure. This is a sliding wheel. By rotating the sliding wheel, we can move this sliding jaw along this fixed jaw. Along the fixed jaw, we can move left and right side by using sliding jaw, sliding wheel. Am I good? That is screw nut or locking nut. Locking screw. locking screw. And what is this one? This one? Very good, Timira. It is depth measuring strip. Depth measuring strip. What is this long scale? Long scale එක මොකක්ද? It's the main scale. Very good. Main scale. Main scale. They are very simple things. Then the small scale is the moving scale is moving scale. Very good. Vernier scale. Vernier scale. Vernier scale. Okay, vernier scale, main scale, internal jaws, external jaws, depth measuring strip, and screw nut and sliding wheel, and all sliding part, all moving parts we called as sliding jaw, and non-moving parts, fixed part we called as fixed jaws. They are the all parts of the vernier caliper. Okay, I think now it is clear. Okay, now do you remember how we get a measurement using a vernier caliper? Okay, I give you randomly measurement. Okay, can you read and tell me quickly? Is it readable? Now it's readable, no? Wait, I will give you as a common way. And now you can read easily. Okay, this is the measurement. I need this value. Now it's readable. There is a problem in vernier. Okay, now can you read this? Send me value. Get the measurement and send me value. The 0.5, don't think it is 5 millimeter. Okay, zero, it is the main scale given in centimeters. Okay, why you are late? Is it clear? I think it is readable, no? Yeah, readable or not? If not, please send me message. Dimeter, is it readable, the values? Then tell me values. I need this reading. Amal, what's the reading? Think I got the whatever external diameter. Then the vernier scale locate like this. Then I need this measurement. Sandeep, Melfa, 0.7 wrong. Completely wrong. They are first lessons. Very good, Adisha. Good, good. Good. Others? Now, this is our first lesson actually. The first lesson, first instrument. Okay, how we get the measurement? How we get the measurement? First of all, you need to get the main scale measurement. 7 point. Yeah, how you got these values? Okay, what is the method? First of all, you need to get the main scale value. What's the main scale value? The main scale value is 0, 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter. It is 5 millimeter, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 1 centimeter means 10 millimeter. It is simple. That is given in centimeters. You have to convert into millimeters. Then, what is the main scale value? The main scale value, how we find the main scale value? The main scale value before vernier scale 0. Okay, now you can see this is the vernier scale 0 line. The before value, then the vernier scale 0. Then it should be 2 millimeter. In main scale, it is 2 millimeter plus. Then coincide parts. How many coincide parts? 0 not coincide, 1 not, 2 not, 3 not, 4 not, 5 is coincide. 5 into 0.1 because the vernier scale only 10 parts, therefore their least count is 0.1 millimeter. 0.1 millimeter, the 2.5 millimeter. Only one answer correct. What happened to others? I don't know, they are very basic lessons. තිමිර මේ මේක ක්ලියර් නැද්ද නැත්නම් ඔයාලගේ මිස්ටේක් එකක්ද? ඔව් values unclear. Yeah, it's clear, no? Okay, this one. Okay, this one. Get the value. Good addition. Others quickly. Similar wrong. Check again. Very good. Sadeep, what you have to mention the unit too. Okay, it is 8.7. Good. How we get the 8.7 in main scale? It is 5, 6, 7, 8. Before vernier scale 0, the main scale value is 8. 8 and the coincide part is 6. The 7 is coincide. Then 8 plus 7 into 0.1. 7 into 0.1. It is 8.7 millimeter. 8.7 millimeter. If you want centimeter, it is 0.87. 0.87. Okay, final one. Okay, get this. Similar wrong again. Similar check again the method. Method එක අල්ලගන්න. Main scale value. First find the main scale value and send me. Where is දෙන්නේ? No, Shena. Your main scale value has a mistake. No, no, no. Passing the row. Get the method first. Get the method first of all. Only think in millimeters. If you think centimeter, it is the method little bit. If you want, you can think in centimeters, but the easy way is think in millimeters. Okay, if it is 1 centimeter, it is given in centimeters. Then 1 centimeter is 1 centimeters mean 10 millimeters, then 10 millimeter, 11, 12, 13, 14. Then this is a vernier scale 0. Before vernier scale 0, you can see the value is 14. 14 millimeter is the value. Plus 14 plus the coincide part, you can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the coincide. Then 9 into 0.1. 14 into 14.9 millimeter. Yeah, a lot of answers wrong. I don't know. This is first lesson. Actually, they are not practicals. They are in the lesson we discussed lot of experiment, lot of measurements, readings. Okay, final one. Yeah, what is the value? Yes. Now correct me. Yeah, method එක අල්ල ගන්න ඕනේ නැත්නම් අමාරු. No, Mithun. Check again. Adish, good. Mithun, check again. Tenan, the main scale value okay, but the coincide part, check again. The coincide part, is it 7 or 6? Yeah, itu now correct. No passing. No, no, no. Pasindu, the answer is not the coincide value. Sorry. First change. Answer is not the coincide value. First of all, this is not the answer. It's wrong. First, understand the method. First of all, main scale value. As main scale value, you need to get the value before vernier scale 0. In the main scale value before vernier scale 0. This is the vernier scale 0. Then this value is 15 millimeters, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 millimeter plus 19 millimeter plus the coincide values from the vernier scale. Not again, no need main scale, only consider vernier scale. Then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tama coincide වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. Then 6 is the coincide part. 6 multiplied by the 0.1. Then 19.6 millimeter is the answer. Was it good? Oh, maybe if you don't remember, please go to the lesson. Now you have very limited time. Please work on this. Okay. Okay, now do you remember this is a measurement reading? Measurement reading. I think now you all refresh the method. Okay, do you remember how we get the least count of this type vernier caliper? In the lesson we discussed. Actually, they are not practical, they are lesson we discuss it. How we get the least count of the vernier caliper? What is it? What is the equation? The least count, the one segment of the least count of the vernier scale, one segment of main scale minus one segment of vernier scale. One segment of main scale minus one segment of vernier scale. That's the equation. Okay, the least count. How we get the least count? One sec. Okay, this type my vernier caliper. How we get the least count? How we get the least count? One segment of main scale. One segment of main scale. You can see the gap between these two small lines. Okay, what is that? It is 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter minus one segment of vernier scale. How we get the one segment of vernier scale? Okay, now you can see on this vernier caliper 9 millimeter on the main scale. 9 millimeter. Within the 9 millimeter. 9 millimeter on the main scale divide into 10 equal parts. 9 millimeter on the main scale divide into 10 equal parts by the vernier scale. Then if I divide 9 in over 10, 9 into 10, 9 if I divide by 10, I can get the one segment of the vernier scale, no? Because 9 millimeter gap, it has divided into equal parts, equal 10 parts. Then if I divide 9 millimeter into 10 parts, 9 millimeter into 10 divide, then we can get the one segment of vernier scale. Then 1 minus 0.9, 1 millimeter minus 0.9 millimeter, I can get this type. If I 10 parts in vernier scale, the least count is 0.1 millimeter. 0.1 millimeter. Okay, that's I told in the lesson. This is the most commonly available vernier caliper type. Commonly available vernier caliper type. Are you good? Understood? Any doubt? That's a method we can get the least count of any vernier caliper. Least count of any vernier caliper. Okay, now if exam MCQ question or whatever question given this type one. Okay, this type vernier caliper. How you get the least count? Can you find the least count of this vernier caliper and send me? Now you can see this vernier caliper 19 millimeter. 19 millimeter on the main scale. 19. Okay, 19 millimeter on the main scale. It has divided into 20 equal parts by the vernier scale. 20 equal parts by the vernier scale. Okay. The same method. Quickly calculate the least count and send me. Quickly calculate the least count and send me. Okay, others, quickly. Timira, what is the least count? Don't take time. Mitum? No, Shena. Go through the equation. What is the equation? The least count equal one segment of main scale, one segment of main scale minus one segment of vernier scale. Then one segment of main scale I can get, it is 1 millimeter. No any difference. 1 millimeter, maybe 1 millimeter, the gap. Then 1 millimeter minus one segment of vernier scale. Chenan answer correct. One segment of vernier scale, 19 distance, divide into 20 parts. 19 distance, 20 into 20 part. 19 distance divided into 20 part. Then you can see this value is 1 millimeter minus 0.95. It is 0.05 millimeters. 0.05 millimeter is the least count. 0.05 millimeter is the least count. Okay, final one. Actually, they are very simple things. Okay, final one. Calculate the least count of this vernier caliper. It has 25 parts. The final value is not given. It is 25. 25. Others? Good. How you get this? 1 millimeter. Clear, no? Okay, 1 millimeter minus 24. You can see in main scale the distance is 24 millimeters divided into 25 equal parts. Then 1 millimeter minus 24 into 24 divide 25. What's the value? 24 divide 25. 24 divide 25. Sadeep, what's the value? 0.96. 0.96. Then you can get the millimeter. you can get the least count of this instrument. It is 0.04 millimeter. 0.04 millimeters. Okay, using this equation, you can find the any kind of vernier calipers least count. Okay, what is the equation? One segment of main scale minus one segment of vernier scale. The one segment of vernier scale we can get by main scale part divided by the vernier scale segments. Okay. Now I will explain a short method, but only you can use this short method for MCQ questions. Okay, you can only this method for MCQ questions. We have a short method for this the least count of this instrument. We can get the main scale one segment is 1 millimeter. You can directly divide by vernier scale parts. You can directly divide by vernier scale parts, but this method is only okay for MCQ questions. For structured question, you have to go with standard equation. Okay, the 1 millimeter is the one segment of main scale divided by vernier scale number of vernier scale parts. Then 1 over 25, 0.04 millimeter, 0.04 millimeter. Okay, previous one, 10, this one. When it is divided into 9 into 10, 9 divided into 10, 1 millimeter divided by 10, it is 0.1. 0.1 millimeter. But this method is very simple, but only you can use for MCQ questions. Understood? Any doubt? Please ask. I'm going to move into next part. Any doubt? Clear? Pasindu, are you good? Okay. Now the zero error of vernier caliper. Okay, zero error. You know, there are two main types of zero errors in vernier caliper: the positive zero error and negative zero error. You know, the positive zero error is if something apply between these jaws. Think between these jaws, something apply. The vernier scale zero shift into right side than the main scale zero, like this. I'll show you. Okay, like this. When it is, if it is accurate vernier caliper, when we touch this external jaws like this, when it is touching, the main scale zero must coincide with the vernier scale zero. Main scale zero and vernier scale zero coincide. If there are no any zero error, this is a accurate vernier caliper. No any error. But due to something apply between these jaws, you can see when we touch this external jaw, when they're touching, the main scale zero and vernier scale zero not coincide. Now you can see there is a gap between these two zeros. Okay, that we called as a positive zero error. The reason for this positive zero error, something apply between these external jaws or corrosion. Something apply or corrosion. Then you can see when we touching the zero, the vernier scale zero shift right side than the main scale zero. Make a shift in a right side with a small gap. Okay, that we called as a positive zero error. Now quickly tell me what is the value of positive zero error. Positive zero error. Sorry. Don't get by this instrument. Now positive zero error. What is the I am asking the error value, positive zero error value. Please send me quickly what is a positive zero error value. Positive zero error value only I need. Good, Mithun, but you have to mention the unit. Okay, very good. How we get the positive zero error? Positive zero error, very easy. Positive zero error, just you need to count the coincide part. Coincide එක ගණන් කරන්න විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. 0 not coincide, 1 not coincide, 2 not coincide, 3 not coincide, 4 is coincide, then 4 multiplied by the least count. 4 multiplied by the least count. 0.1 millimeter because it has 10 vernier scale parts. 10 vernier scale parts, therefore its least count is 0.1 millimeter. Okay, then now you have full idea about least count. Okay, 4 into 0.1, it is 0.4 millimeter. 4 into 0.1, 0.4 millimeter. Okay, now quickly calculate this positive zero error. Good. Very good. No need to calculate. The coincide part is 7. Therefore, 0.7 millimeter. 0.7 millimeter. Okay, that is a positive zero error. Tell me if there are any positive zero error, what you need to, how we accurate the measurement. Think this is this type positive zero error instrument, then I am going to get the external diameter of this lead. Okay, now this is the external diameter. Now this is the external diameter. External diameter. Now, can you read this? And can you send? Can anyone send me? It has positive zero error 0.7 millimeter. Positive zero error 0.7 millimeter. 0.7 millimeter. I need this accurate measurement. Accurate measurement. This is a measurement I got. This instrument has already positive zero error. I need the accurate measurement. Accurate measurement. Okay, there is a positive zero error 0.7 millimeter. 0.7 millimeter. Only two answers. Please send others. That instrument has positive zero error 0.7 millimeter. Now I got the measurement of this lead. This is a measurement. Okay, now I need the accurate measurement. You know this measurement is wrong because the instrument has error. Instrument එක error එකක් තියෙන නිසා මේක අනිවාර්යෙන්ම exactly it is wrong. Therefore you just need to get the accurate measurement. Accurate measurement. First of all, to get the accurate measurement, you need to get the measurement. Okay, what is the measurement first? 1.7 millimeter is the 1.7 millimeter is the measurement. 1.7 millimeter is the measurement. Instrument given measurement. Instrument reading. Okay, now the instrument already has a positive zero error. How we get the accurate value? In positive zero error, we need to subtract. Subtract, remember. 0.7 millimeter minus 0.7 millimeter. The value is 1 millimeter. The diameter, the correct diameter of this lead, 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter. Okay, any doubt? Clear? Please send. Timira? Clear? Sadeep? Okay, if it is clear, within 30 seconds, within 30 seconds, there is a positive zero error on this device. Positive zero error value is 0.2 millimeter. I just need the accurate measurement of this given reading. Accurate. You have only 30 seconds. Within 30 seconds, you have to say. You have 30 seconds. Okay, time over. Okay, only two answers. Okay, first of all, you have to get the measurement. Before we get the accurate measurement, the measurement is 6.5 millimeter. 6.5 millimeter. Subtract 0.2 millimeter. 6.3 millimeter is the answer. 6.3 millimeter is the answer. 6.3 millimeter is the answer. Okay, that enough. Positive zero error. Positive zero error. Okay, negative zero error. The negative zero error means the reason is some smooth layers between, while you use several layers this same instrument, smooth layers removing. Therefore, when we touch this external jaws, the vernier scale 0 shift left side than the vernier scale 0. You can see it is shifting to left side. Okay, that is a negative 0 error of the vernier scale. Okay, now can you quickly send me what is the negative 0 error value of this instrument? What is the negative 0 error value? What's the negative 0 error value? What's the negative 0 error value? No, Sadi. In positive 0 error, it is okay. Positive 0 error, we can get the value. Positive 0 error, we can get the value. We can get the coincide part, it is 7, correct. The coincide part is 7. We can get the coincide part multiplied by discount. We can get the negative 0 error in we can get the positive 0 error. We can get the 0 error in positive 0 error. But in negative 0 error, it is totally different. In negative 0 error, first of all, you need to get the negative 0 error. First of all, you need to get the total number of vernier scale parts. The total vernier scale parts. Total vernier scale part, I think, don't need this equation. I understand the calculation that enough. Now you are not in the basic level. Okay, total number of vernier scale 10. Total parts on vernier scale 10. Then 10 minus coincide part. 10 minus coincide part is 7. 10 minus coincide part multiplied by the least count. Multiplied by the least count. Multiplied by the least count. Then it is 3 into 0.1. It is 0.3 millimeter is a negative 0 error. It is not like a positive 0 error. In positive 0 error, your answer is correct. In negative 0 error, opposite way, the total parts minus coincide part multiplied by the least count. Sadeep got? Okay. Okay, final one. Get the negative 0 error. Negative 0 error. Negative 0 error. The value is Sadeep, Timira. Please send quick. We have very limited time. I need to complete this all at 12. Yes, it is. The coincide part is 4. 4 is the coincide part. Therefore, the 10 minus 4, it is 6. 6 into 0.1 millimeter. It is 0.6 millimeter is the negative 0 error. Okay. This instrument has negative 0 error at 0.6 millimeter. Okay. Remember the negative 0 error 0.6 millimeter. Okay. I can give you 30 seconds. I just need to, okay, I got a measurement like this. Okay, this is my measurement. This is my measurement. And it has, the instrument has negative 0 error. Negative 0 error. Negative 0 error. 0.6 millimeter. 0.6 millimeter. Okay, negative 0 error. I need to correct answer. I need correct answer. I can give you 30 seconds. Accurate reading of the measurement. It already has a negative 0 error. 0.6 millimeter. Okay. Okay, good. It is now first get the measurement. The measurement is 6.8 millimeter. 6.8 millimeter is the reading. It has negative 0 error 0.4 sorry 0.6 no 0.6 millimeter. 0.6 millimeter. Now how we get the accurate value? Accurate value, we need to add this negative 0 error. If it is negative 0 error, we have to add to the given reading. We have to add. Okay, add. Then 6.8 plus 0.6 millimeter, the value is 7.4 millimeter. Amavi, you are wrong. This is a negative 0 error. Yeah, they are the mistake. If it is positive 0 error, to get the accurate measurement, you need to subtract. If it is negative 0 error, you have to add the instrument given measurement. We have to add this negative 0 error to get the accurate measurement. Sandipye? Okay. Okay, final one. Final one. Now the instrument has 0.3 millimeter negative 0 error. Okay, instrument has 0 error 0.3 millimeter negative 0 error. 0.3 millimeter negative zero error. This is the instrument given measurement. Negative zero error 0.3. The negative zero error 0.3 millimeter. Okay, time's up. Okay, try. The negative zero error 0.3 millimeter. 0.3 millimeter. The instrument given measurement is 1. That means 10, 11, 12, 13. 13.6. The instrument given measurement is 13.6. 13.6 millimeter. Now you need to add these negative zero error into the given measurement. It is 13.9 millimeter is the measurement. 13.9 millimeter. If it is centimeter, it is 1.39 centimeter. 1.39 centimeter. 1.39 centimeter. Okay, that's all about vernier caliper. That's all about vernier caliper. If you have any doubt about vernier caliper, please ask now. Again, this, I think in your A level, this is a final chance you learn vernier caliper. Again, if it is no any questions, we cannot discuss it again. Only in a question we can discuss few parts. That's only. Okay, if you have any doubt about vernier caliper, now you can ask. Negative zero error, positive zero error, or measurement reading, any question you can ask now. No doubt? Okay, if you don't have doubt, I'm going to move into our practical cut. Okay. In practical, I have given each part. We discussed what are the parts and fixed jaw, external jaws, and sliding jaws. Every part we discussed. You can refer your note. And I have given here the least count method equations I have given. You can refer. And measurement reading, and how we use different parts. How we use different parts that I already explained. This external diameter, internal diameter. That's how get some thickness. Okay, thickness using external jaws. That's how we get the. Okay, this is important. Finding the volume of the material of solid sphere. Whatever material, when we calculate the volume using vernier caliper, using vernier caliper, think first of all we just need to find the radius. Think this is a sphere. If it is a sphere, the equation we can use to find the volume equal this is the volume equation. You only need radius. Okay, to find the radius, you can use this vernier caliper. Okay, while you find the radius, first of all you need to get the diameter. By using external jaws, you need to get the diameter. if you get the diameter, it is not enough. If you one diameter is not enough, you need to get at least 3 diameters. You can see here. Think the experiment given how we get the volume of this type cylinder. Volume of this type cylinder. Okay, now first of all, you need to get the external diameter, then internal diameter and the depth. Okay, each measurement you can see. This is the data set. First of all, least count of the vernier caliper. I can feel this. I can feel this form. The least count is my vernier caliper. The least count is 0.1 millimeter. 0.1 millimeter is my least vernier caliper. Okay. Then the zero error of the vernier caliper, think my vernier caliper is accurate one, therefore no any zero error. Then I can keep it is clean, empty. Okay, then corrected readings, length. Okay, think for understand our instrument has 0.2 negative millimeter, negative zero error. Okay, negative zero error. Experiment. Okay, doing experiment. Okay, now we're going to measure a wooden block. The length for length, my first measurement, my first measurement is 2 millimeter, no, 12.35. My first measurement is 12.35 millimeter, 12.35 millimeter with error. Now it is a negative zero error. Now for the corrected reading, you need to enter this table. Then 12.35, it is 12.37. 12.37. For length of this cube, my second reading, think 12.36. 12.36. My second reading. Then with this error, therefore we have to add this 12. It is vernier caliper. Sorry. We can't get two decimal point. It is 12.3 millimeter. Therefore 12.5 millimeter. 12.5 millimeter. Now it is 12.3. Think it is 12.2 now. My second reading is 12.2 millimeter. Then it is 12.4 millimeter. Okay, just you take the measurements and fill this table. Think my third reading is for length. Third reading is 12.3 millimeter again. Then again 12.5 millimeter is the correct reading. If any doubt, please ask. Okay, very simply, I have a whatever block. Okay, whatever object, I just need to get the volume of this object. Okay, using vernier caliper. Make a cubic shape object. Then first I got the length using vernier caliper. For length, I got three readings. Then you can see different values coming in 3 attempts. Now the mean value, you can add these all 3 values and get the most average value that we can use for the calculation. Then we can minimize errors. Are you got? Okay, then get the mean value 12.5 plus 12.4 plus 12.5. What's the value? 12.5 plus 12.5, it is 25. 25 plus 12. 25 plus 12, 37. 37.4 divided by 3. 37.3. Please send me value. 37.4 divided by 3. That's my mean value, average value. That we can use for the calculation. Then we can reduce errors. Possible errors we can reduce. Yeah, 12.46. 12.46 millimeter. It is given in centimeters, no problem. If you want, you can convert. then 12.46 millimeter you can use for the calculation. Are you good? That's how we can minimize errors, human errors coming with vernier caliper by getting more than two measurements. That's a rule. More than two measurements. Commonly, we take three measurements. If you want, we can get more measurements and get the average value to get the accurate and most fair value for the any measurement. Are you got the point? Then the width also same. Width also think it is 10.3 millimeter, accurate one. It is 10.2 millimeter. Think it is 10.4 millimeter. Then you can add all these values and get the accurate average value. Okay, it is 10.3 millimeter like this. Understood? Please send me the practical understood. These are practical. Previous I explained the background of the practice. Actually, previous I explained the theory. That's a practical. To get the unknown volume or whatever measurement by getting more than one measurement and get the average value to reduce human errors. Human errors we can reduce by this method. Yeah, if you can get the more measurements and get the average value, you can get accurate, you can increase accuracy. You can increase accuracy. Soil වල කොහොමද mine? Filled with cylinder, I think. No? We have soil container. Yes. Cylindrical one. Okay. Then you can get three measurements and get the average value. Then you can get most accurate value. If you can more than three, you can increase accuracy. More than accuracy. Okay, this is a practical, very simple practical. If it is PVC tube, same. You can get three attempts and mean value and do the measure, do the calculation. Okay, this is a vernier caliper practicals. Okay, it is same. Okay, it is. If it is given different tables, you don't need to think. It is they given different measurements and get the mean value for the calculation. මේ මෙතන දීලා තියෙන්නේ මේ ඔයාලට කරලා බලන්න කියලානේ. Okay. But no need if you understood that enough for our paper. Okay, they are reading we already discussed. Okay, here I have given few data to refer, you can refer. Okay, now I am going to discuss the micrometer screw gauge. Okay. Okay, here I have micrometer screw gauge and I have object as well. You know, see. Okay, quickly. Okay, now I have micrometer screw gauge and object. Okay, now I just need to understand parts of this micrometer screw gauge. It's working. Okay. Working. Okay. Okay, what is this one? Quickly send me values, answers. What is this part? What is the part? Very good. Anvil. Anvil. This one. One. Spindle, good. Spindle. This one. Good. Linear scale. Don't tell it is main scale. Then it is confused with vernier caliper. You can tell it is linear scale. The main scale also correct, but better to use linear scale. Then this one, circular scale. Circular scale. This one, good. Thimble. Thimble. This one, not head. Head kivat vardi. It thimble head or ratchet. Both names correct. Thimble head, thimble head or ratchet. 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 Thimble head or ratchet. Thimble head or ratchet. Okay, this is, what is this? Arshad, please mute. Arshad, why you are late? Now we already discussed the one practical. Okay, this one, the final part. Yes, frame. Frame. Then this one, yeah, it is object. It's an object. Okay, they are the main parts of the micrometer screw gauge. Anvil, spindle, uh, linear scale, circular scale, thimble and thimble head, and frame. Frame. And there is a special lock here that we call as lock. It is not clear in this device. It is a lock. There is lock lever as well. That's a lock lever. Lock lever. Then lock lever එකකුත් තියෙනවා. මේක it's not clear in this diagram. Lock lever. Lock lever. Lock lever. Okay, all parts clear? Are you clear parts? Okay, if it is clear, now understand the working principle of the micrometer screw gauge. The working principle. It can is the circular gauge that we can rotate by this thimble and thimble head. We can rotate by thimble and thimble head both. Thimble and thimble head both. Do you remember how we get the before that understand the linear scale and main scale? Linear scale and main scale. Okay, this is the structure. Okay, now you already know the in micrometer screw gauge there are two scales. It is linear scale and circular scale. Linear scale and circular scale. The linear scale, it has calibrated. The linear scale is calibrated like this. Like this. This is the linear scale. You can see it is up to 25 millimeter. 25 millimeter, that you need to remember. The common type of micrometer screw gauge, the final linear scale value is 25 millimeter. That you just need to remember. Now it is 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has marked 5 by 5. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that is the upper side. The lower side, every 1 millimeter divided into two parts. Then how you read this? How you read this? How you can read this? Okay, that you can read 0, 0, then 0 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5. Understood? 5, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10. That's how you can read these values. Okay, now you already know about linear scale, and in linear scale the total parts 25. The maximum is 25. Okay, now think it is a circular scale. The circular scale, when we rotate into upward direction, it is tightening like a screw. When we rotate into upward direction, udata karakawatti, it is tightening. It's rotate and move into this direction as a screw nut, same as a screw nut. Okay, now if you go through this circular scale, you can see it has 0 and 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the body of the circular scale, it is calibrated up to 45. See, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. The 50th one is again 0. The 50th one is again 0. Okay, this is the circular scale. It has divided into equal 50 parts. Equal 50 parts. Equal 50 parts. Okay. Equal 50 parts. Now, I'm going to explain what is the working principle and how we get measurement using this micrometer screw gauge. Okay, now think we have micrometer screw gauge and I have object. Okay, I just need to get the diameter or diameter of the or thickness of this object. Okay, first of all, I need to place this object between anvil and spindle like this, close to spin anvil. close to anvil. This is my object. Okay, then I need to tie it by the using thimble. Thimble. Okay, rotate by thimble. When I rotate by thimble, you can see the spindle coming more move into close to the object. Okay, when I rotate by thimble, rotate to the thimble. Okay, now you can identify that spindle is very close to the object now. Spindle very close to the object. Now what you can do? You have to rotate by thimble head or ratchet. We have to stop rotation by thimble and we need to start rotation by thimble head to avoid over tightening. I think you can remember. Avoid over tightening. Remember? Then we only rotate by thimble head. When it is maximally rotate, can you this sound? Can you hear this sound? Sound එක ඇහෙනවද? No sound coming. Okay, there is a sound coming when it is maximum rotate. Okay, actually this one also coming sound. I think you can't see you can't hear this. Yeah, you can hear. Okay, this sound. Yeah, the sound is we can determine the object is you can determine the object is tight in required level. We not going to rotate by thimble, then it is over tightening. Then okay, that's a maximum. That's a maximum. Okay, now if it is tightened, now we can get the measurement. Now we can get the measurement. Okay, can you read this? Oh, sorry. Okay, can you read this? Is it clear? Clear? Yes. Can you read this? How you get this reading? Okay, if it is difficult, get this reading as the first one. As second one, we can get the okay, this one. Send me this reading. Yeah, get the value. Can't you remember? Yeah, how we get this value? No, Mithun, wrong. Mithun wrong. Okay. Okay, how we get this reading? Before reading, I forgot to explain the least count. I think you already know. Okay. Okay, we'll come to this again after discussing least count. I forgot that. Okay. Okay, uh, this type micrometer screw gauge. This type micrometer screw gauge for same as vernier caliper, we can get the least count. Okay, how we get the least count? Before we discuss the least count, the screw gap or pitch is very important. Screw gap or pitch is very important. Okay, can you define what is the meaning of this screw gap or pitch? How we define the screw gap? How we define the screw gap? Screw gap or pitch. What's the meaning of the screw gap? How we define the screw gap? Okay, the screw gap I will show you. The screw gap is when it is the circular scale rotate one revolution. I think the screw gap or pitch, they are very important. Actually, they are not the practicals. The theory lesson I am going to show in different way, practical way again. You already know things. Okay. Only heat lesson, actually, we have new practicals. Other everything I have explained in the lesson. Again, I try to refresh and I try to show in different ways the same things. Okay, only heat lesson, actually we have only 3 practicals. If we complete that, you can go to the exam. Okay, but I'm try to explain again and again this same thing to get the practical understand. Okay, actually everything I have explained in vernier caliper. Now we completed everything in the lesson. We discussed only average calculation point only you need to get as a new, but practically you need to understand every instruments for exam. Okay, what's the screw gap? The screw gap mean or pitch, screw gap or pitch, when the circular scale rotate one revolution along linear scale, the circular scale moving distance. Okay, now you can see now now you can see the circular scale on coincide with the linear scale. The circular scale 0 coincide with the linear scale middle axis. Now the linear, what is the linear scale value? Can you send me the linear scale value now? You can see it is 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4 is the linear scale value. I got 4 is the linear scale value. When we rotate one full revolution mean make a or whatever direction, you need to rotate one revolution again up to 0. The problem is here, due to object we can't rotate. Okay, now Okay, now think the value is 5 and 5, 6, not 6, 5.5. Wait, I'll show you. The value is 6 now. Value is 6 now. If I rotate one full revolution means, okay, if I rotate one full revolution, one full revolution, one full revolution, you can see the now linear scale value is 5.5. Now you can get the screw gap of this device. Screw gap is 6 minus 5.5. It is 0 0.5. 0 0.5. 0 0.5 millimeter of the screw gap of this type device. This type instrument, when rotate one full revolution along linear scale, circular scale moving distance, circular scale moving distance, that we call as screw gap or pitch. Screw gap or pitch. Okay, why we important this screw gap? This screw gap is important to calculate the least count. Okay, how we get the least count of any measure micrometer screw gauge? Least count equal screw gap divide by the circular scale part. Circular scale parts, number of circular scale parts. Okay, as example, for this type instrument, the screw gap is now I found 0 0.5 millimeter. Divide by the circular scale part 50. The least count is 0.01 millimeter is the least count of this type instrument. Understood? This type instrument, the least count is 0.01 millimeter. Understood? Any doubt about screw gap or least count? Timira, I got. Timira, what happened to Dinet? Dinet told me this measurement is difficult, but when I doing, he don't have. මොකද දුන්නේ දෙනෙට? Okay, the screw gap is the when rotate circular scale one revolution along linear scale, the circular scale moving distance. The moving distance of this instrument 0.5, that's a screw gap, divided by this instrument has 50 circular scale part. The least count is 0.01 millimeter. Sandeep, I got? Sandeep? Okay, now I think now you can read this measurement. now you can read this measurement. If you know the least count, now you already know the least count of this instrument. Normally in exam, every given questions, the least count is 0.01. No different types of instrument not coming in your syllabus. Okay, now you need to remember the least count equation, the screw gap divided by the number of circular scale parts. Okay, now previous I given. Okay, get this value quickly. Get this value. Now get this value. Yes, now correct me though. Now it is correct. The value is in linear scale it is 4 plus in circular scale coincide parts 20. 20 with the linear scale middle axis. 20 into 0.01 least count. Now 4 plus 0.01 mean 4 plus 0.20 millimeter. 4.20 millimeter, that means 4.2 millimeter. 4.2 millimeter is the answer. 4.2 millimeter is the answer. Okay, now you can read the our object diameter. Object diameter. You can get our object diameter. Okay, this is our object diameter. Object diameter. Good. Mitum, others? Mark 6 millimeter. Oh, Sadipa correct. In linear scale, it's only 3 millimeters. How it's coming? 6. Okay, linear scale value is 0, 1, 2, 3. Linear scale, it is 3.5 millimeter. Understand? 3.5 millimeter is the linear scale value. Then 3.5 millimeter from linear scale. Then the circular scale value is 25. 25 multiplied with 0.01 millimeter. Then 3.5 millimeter plus 0.25 millimeter. It is 3.75 millimeter. 3.75. 3.75 millimeter. 3.75 millimeter. Okay, final one. Understood, everyone? Melfer, what happened? Okay, final one. This one. Quickly get. Good. No, no, Shina. Wrong. Shinan, 5 is not the 5 centimeter now. It is 5 millimeter. May centimeters name. It is 5 millimeter. Yes, 6.82. Ashat, what happened? Why you late than other class? Okay. Yeah, 6.82. How we get this? In not 6.82. The value is yeah 6.82. Okay, the value in linear scale it is 6.5 millimeter plus in coincide part it is 32 into 0.01, then 6.5 plus 0.32, it is 6.82 millimeter. 6.82 millimeters. Okay, good. That is the measurement reading in micrometer screw gauge. Okay, final part of today. How we get the positive zero error? Zero error again, two types in micrometer screw gauge as well. It is positive zero error and negative zero error. How we identify this positive zero error first? Positive zero error. Okay, positive zero error. Okay, the positive zero error, same. The reason is something applied or corrosion. Something apply or corrosion. Okay, without any object between this is anvil and spindle, when we maximum tight, that means zeroing. Zero karama when the sound is coming. When the sound is coming, actually we need to rotate by thimble head. Then if the sound is coming, that we can decide it is tight in required level. If it is correct instrument, if it is no any zero error, if there are no any zero error, you can see. If there are no any zero error, circular scale 0 correctly coincide with the linear scale middle axis. It is correctly coincide with the linear scale middle axis, you can see. If it is no any zero error, it is perfectly coincide with the linear scale middle axis. The positive zero error mean if it is positive zero error. Now think it is positive zero error when we tight maximum. When we tight maximum before coming to zero, it is tightening. The reason is corrosion or something apply. Something apply. Okay, now you can see if it is rotate small amount, it's come to zero. Before tightening, before come to the circular scale 0, the instrument is tight. That we called as a positive zero error. Okay, how we get the positive zero error of this? How we get the positive zero error? How we get the positive zero error now? What is the positive zero error value? Positive zero error value? Good. The positive zero error value now. How we get this? First of all, we need to get the coincide number. It is 5, 6, 7. Always I told the numbering is the calibration is going to upward. Then 7 into 0.01. Please count. Then the positive zero error value is 0.07 millimeter. Positive zero error value is 0.07 millimeter. Okay, if you got any measurement, add or subtract. We just need to add or subtract. We need to subtract. Very good. Subtract. Very good, Tash. Okay. Now I'm going to get measurement. I'm going to get measurement using this instrument with negative zero error. Okay, this is my measurement. This is the instrument given measurement. This is instrument given measurement. I just need to get the accurate one. Quickly send. I'll give you a 30 seconds. I need the correct answer. Correct reading. The instrument has zero error, 0.07. 0.07 is the zero error, positive zero error. Timer. Only one answer. Okay, I give you additional 10 seconds. Quickly send. Correct answer I need. Correct reading. Okay, now okay. Yes, good. Now the instrument given reading is 5.5, 5.77. Now you can read 5.77. It has positive zero error, 0.7, 0.00. Then you need to subtract this positive zero error, 0.07. Same in vernier caliper also, positive zero error. You just need to subtract to get the accurate read. Okay, now you can get the 5.7 millimeter, 5.70. Okay, final one. The instrument has negative zero error, 0.3. Now, sorry, positive. Instrument has positive zero error, 0.3 millimeter. Remember, now I just need to get the accurate measurement. Positive zero error. Time over. Okay. What is the answer? Yes. Good. Only two answers, but 6.41. 6.41 millimeter is the reading. We need to subtract 0.3 millimeter. 0.03 millimeter, sorry. 0.03. Not 0.3. Then 8 6.38 is the accurate value. Good. Okay. Okay, now we move into our yeah 6.41 in linear scale it is 6. Okay, linear scale it is 6. Now coincide parts 41 into 0, so 41 into 0 0.01, 6.41. What's the problem? Sadeep, okay. Others, Mitu. Okay, now that's about positive zero error. If it is positive zero error, to get the accurate value, the positive zero error value, we can get the coincide part multiplied by the least count, same as vernier caliper. The accurate measurement we can get same as vernier caliper by subtracting the positive zero error from given reading. Okay, now do you know what's the meaning of the negative zero error? The negative zero error is the negative zero error. When we type maximum, you can see it is the zero additionally rotate. The reason is some smooth parts in anvil and spindle is removing some smooth layers. Therefore, when we rotate tight this anvil and spindle in required level by the thimble head, you can see the circular scale zero pass in the middle axis middle line, linear axis middle line. It is passing additionally rotate. Please understand what's the difference between negative and positive zero error. Okay, that is very important, very important. You can see it is passing and additionally rotate. Then how we get the okay, then how we get the negative zero error value of this given one? How we get the negative zero error value? How we get the negative zero error value? No, I am asking just the negative zero error value. Sadly, then make a negative zero value. Yeah, it can add and get the accurate value. It's correct. I just need value only, negative zero error value only. Amay, what's the value? Mithun wrong. It is actually 0.04 millimeter. How we get this? Same as vernier caliper negative zero error. First of all, get the coincide part. First of all, get the total number of circular scale part. Total number of circular scale part 50. Do you remember in the vernier caliper? Total number of vernier parts minus coincide part. In micrometer screw gauge, total number of circular scale parts minus coincide part. Coincide part is 46 into 0. Least count 0.01 millimeter. Now the value is 0.04 millimeter. Timira understood? Mithum, are you good? You are wrong. Good. Then can you get this zero error? Can you get this zero error quickly? This is a negative zero error. I need answer from all. Okay, you have only 10 minutes. I know now tired, but we have to cover this today, this measurement lesson practicals complete. Then next week we start post lesson practicals. Post lesson practicals very important. Now you already have seen, you already know in past paper questions directly come in post lesson question, parallelogram theorem, everyone good? Sandeep? Timira? Okay. Good. Okay, I got. I'm going to finish this. If in doubt, please ask. Okay. Mm. Okay, now if it is negative zero error, how we get the accurate measurement? By adding. By adding. By adding. Now think I will give you 40 seconds. Now I have a measurement. Okay, this is my measurement. Wait, this is my measurement. Okay, this is my measurement. It has negative zero error 0.03. Negative zero error is 0.03. The negative zero error 0.03. I need the accurate measurement of this reading. -0.03 millimeters negative zero error. Quickly. Now it is more than one minute. Very good, son. 4.92. First, you want to get the reading. The reading is 4.5 millimeter plus 39, no? 36, 37, 38, 39. 39 into 0.01. Then 4 into 89 millimeter is the reading. The negative zero error value is 0.03. Then you need to add this 0.92 millimeter is the answer. 0.92 millimeter is the final answer, accurate answer. Okay, that's all about the micrometer screw gauge. Now I'm going to move into our practical guide. Okay, they are the main parts I have given here. Yeah, it is same. The practical, it is same. You need to get 3 measurements and get the average value for any calculation. That's only other everything I explained already. Okay, that's how this is the positive zero error and this is negative zero error. We already discussed. You can read if you want. You have already practical guide. Okay, you can download it. You can go to the website and you can go to lesson and 3-month program inside that, or every this month every learning materials recording everything you can find in this course page. Okay, that's all in practicals in measurement lesson. Next week we start first lesson practicals. Then after next week we doing heat lesson practicals. Then the practical story is complete, practical part complete. Then we from next month we have only one lesson is remain within this week. Within these remain 2 weeks we complete the electricity as well. Then practical also completed. Then within next month we have only environment chemistry only. Then we can complete. It is very simple lesson. Then everything is completed in our side. In my side everything complete. Now your side you have to work now. Okay, this the parallelogram theorem is very important. IT lessons we can discuss as practicals. in word processing. We have time. Next one. Word processing, PowerPoint, internet, operating systems. There are not any structured or essay questions not coming. Only 10 MCQ. 10 MCQ. Some part you already know. In exam questions we did. Some part you already know, like O-level ICT. But I hope to discuss as like this as a practicals. The Word, Excel, everything we can discuss. Next month we have time. We have 2 more months. Actually, IT part we can discuss within one day because it has operating systems. It's a one lesson. The Word, Excel, MS Office is one lesson, and internet, email, like very simple. Okay. Okay, this that we start next week, and this moment of force question probably you can ask this time. This moment of force also we discuss in next week, and important heat lesson practicals. That's a fluid practical. That's also we can discuss next week. The week after next week, final day, we start heat lesson practicals. The heat lesson practical already asked in the past papers. Okay, then after discussing this practicals, we can discuss the exam questions as well. Then you can get the full idea. Okay, this is the moment of force. I'll show you a simple idea in the moment of force practical only. Now 23 we can complete 20 30 12:30. Where is my laptop? This one. Okay, every practicals we can doing in this platform. Okay, this is like a game. This is like a game, moment of force. Okay, if you, this is a moment of force. If you want, you can get these values here, centimeter values, and think unknown mass. Think this child, it is given mass. It's given mass at the end. If you want, you can select unknown mass. We don't know this one. Okay, then okay, we can discuss with experiment. We can discuss. We have every platforms to discuss this every practicals. Now we can take a 5 kilogram and we can keep. We can increase the distance. Increase the distance. Take 10 kilogram. 10 kilogram not in. 20 kilogram. You can see. Yeah, this is the balance level. This is a equilibrium level. Okay, this is small practical. That this type calculation we discussed. I think you can remember in the lesson. You can see this is the balance. This is the balance. If it is 6 centimeter, it is not balanced. Still, it is not balanced. Now, when we change into 7 centimeter, it's balance. Balance. If I increase the distance into 8 centimeter, again unbalanced. Again unbalanced. That's mean the A is the clockwise moment of force. The 20 kilogram object is the anti-clockwise moment of force. This time anti-clockwise moment of force greater than the clockwise moment of force. If it is anti-clockwise moment of force and clockwise moment of force equal at 7, now it is balance. That simply I explained. In experiment we doing how to find unknown mass using moment of forces. Okay, are you clear the basic idea? in this time, clockwise moment of force equal to anti-clockwise moment of force. That side is balanced. Okay, this type, every practicals we can discuss in this platform. Okay, that's all for today. The measurement practicals complete. Next week we start forces practicals. We can complete parallelogram theorem and moment of forces. Then heat practicals and fluid one practical in fluid mechanism. And we the Bernoulli's theorem calculations need to do, no? Bernoulli's theorem note take it. Okay, I will send the note and then you can complete the note. And next week we can take a time for Bernoulli's theorem calculation and heat lesson. Sorry, fluid mechanism tutorial questions. Okay, that's all. Okay, we have time. Don't need to worry. We have very limited works now. Lot of parts now covered. Few works to complete. We have enough time, no problem. But in your side, I hope you're doing your maximum within this very small time you have, few days only. But in our class we have small part, but in your side you have a bulk now. When we completing, your bulk is increasing. Therefore you have to work hard now. You try to do your maximum now. Okay, goodbye.